So it's so interesting. See, women are very helpful to men and they can also destroy men, depending on who the man is, and it also depends on what the intentions of the woman is. Sometimes that intention can be good. These intentions can be positive intentions that actually end up being negative things, right? So for example, if you have a girlfriend and she wants you to relax yourself, she wants you to, just take some time off and, get your stress levels down. That could be with good intentions to really help you to be able to be calm and relax and be happy, but it could also lead to you being lazy, right? And you not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So there's so many different aspects of why women could be positive or, women could be negative. They could be positive because, just their aura around you can balance out a lot of the chaos that's going around if you're a man who is doing incredible things or is on his way of doing incredible things. But there is one specific woman that nobody tends to speak about that is actually impacting not only the men who are in this red pill community, quote unquote, but also impacting just men overall. Like, you have to understand, your taste in women comes from this woman. The way that you treat specific women comes from this woman, right? And what you've seen about her life and how she's impacted you. And this may sound very extreme, but let's get to the bottom of it. It's your mother. I'll pause real quick and let you really think about that. Your mother is the one person that can either make or break you. And most men right now have been broken because their mom, they haven't succeeded in transcending the son, the baby dynamic, the mother-baby dynamic with their moms. They still remain a baby in their mom's eyes. They still listen to every little thing their mom tells them. To be obedient. I get it. You have to be respectful. And you have to be obedient on most things. But when it comes to your life, when it comes to how you look at things, when it comes to your perspectives, you should have your own perspectives. You should have your own life. Your mother should not be dictating everything that you need, especially if you're over the age of 21. If you're over the age of 21 and you have your own responsibilities, you do not need to worry about what your mother thinks. You do not need to be always thinking. You don't want to be a mama's boy. And most of you, you're probably watching this right now, you're probably a mama's boy. And that's like the worst thing you can be as a man, because at the end of the day, your mom is looking to protect you. Of course, your mom is looking to coddle you. Your mom is thinking about you as a baby. You have not grown up in her eyes. You have not rebelled against a lot of her standards that she has for you as a baby. You haven't rebelled. You've just been keeping it in. See, when I was younger, my mom was very overprotective. Super overprotective. She had her own way of thinking. She had a specific type of woman she wanted me to be with. She had all of these different things. Like, she took me on as a baby for the longest time. Even to this day, I survived the tests that she puts me through. Oh, did you do your laundry? Of course, Mom, I did my laundry. Oh, well, you're growing up. It's like, Mom, I'm 27. Like, I have my own plate. Like, I make my own money. Like, I don't know how much more you need. But again, it's a test. And your mother tests you all the time with different things that you do. Maybe she doesn't agree with some of the things that you do, and you really are doing these things out of the pureness of your heart, and that's what you want to do, but she doesn't want you to do it. Like, for example, starting your own business. Maybe she doesn't want you to start your own business. She wants you to go get a 9-to-5 job and be stable. Of course she wants to. That's your mother, right? But if you cower to that, if you fail that test and you go ahead and do exactly what she told you to do, now you're compromising yourself for the appeasement of your mother. And this also manifests when it comes to relationships. The types of women that you deal with, right, tend to be a reflection of who you want. You may want a woman who coddles you, right, who makes you feel good, who makes you basically become lazy, because that's what you grew up to have. Or even the way that you treat women, right? You may treat women a certain way, or you may be this docile, like innocent, like super just soft guy, because that's how your mom treated you as the baby that she saw you as. So now you believe that all women should essentially act like that with you. When in reality, it's just a pattern that you're replicating because of your relationship with your mother. It's crazy how deep this goes. And people don't really talk about this. Like, Like and I'm not saying you should be you should be disrespectful to your mom or forget your mom. That's not the case. You should always love your mom. Your mom will love you. She's the only woman on planet Earth that loves you unconditionally. I don't care what woman you have. I don't care what wife or girlfriend you have. Your mom will love you the most because you came from her. She deserves infinite respect. She deserves infinite reward, of course. But when it comes to you making your own decisions, when it comes to how you operate in your life, your mother should not have any place in telling you how you should do that if you have your own responsibilities. Now, if you still live at home, you need to start getting out. That's another reason why a lot of you are not passing these tests with your mom. You're actually getting disrespected by your mom because you live in her house. You live in her basement. You have not moved out. You've never graduated towards the life beyond that. See, when I was 18, once I went to college, I never went back home. I never went back to live home. On summers, I would go find my own place to live. I didn't ask for any money. I didn't ask for anything. I always got my own because I wanted to stand on my 2 feet. I wanted to have my own independence. My mom didn't like that. She still doesn't like that to this day because there's no control. See, your mom, depending on who your mom is, but a majority of moms that overprotect their kids at a young age, they want to control that kid for the rest of his life and almost castrate him to the point where like you'll realize, you'll wonder, why can't I be successful with women? Because of your relationship with your mom. You didn't pass the test your mom gave you, and women typically test you, and you don't pass those tests. It's an ever-changing cycle. You didn't stand up to your mom when she disrespected you. And stand up again. You don't have a bird brain, right? You're pretty intelligent. When I mean stand up to your mom, I don't mean physically do anything, obviously, but like push back, like not literally, but like mentally, vocally, right? Say, no, I don't agree with what you just said. Like, no, I actually do want to do what I'm going to go do. And I appreciate you asking, but that's just not, like there are just different ways that you can approach the conversation to where like your mom does not now control the choices that you make in life. All of your choices are your choices. You are not coddled anymore. You are a grown man. And that's going to make dating a lot easier because you're going to have your own agency. You're not going to fall for a lot of the tests that you would have because you passed those tests with your mom. See, a lot of the tests that you have with women, they call them the SHIT tests. I don't want to say it out loud because who knows, I might get demonetized, which I probably don't care, but whatever. Like, all of those tests originated from your mom. The disrespect, like your mom would be like, oh, you're the child in this house. Like, you're a child in this house. That's clearly challenging your freedom. Like if you wanted to go out, if you want to go somewhere, well, you live in my house, you live under my house, so you have my rules. That's a test to see if you're really going to be that guy that's going to go get out of the house, go find a way to move out of the house and do your own thing. It's the same with women now. Like if you have a woman that she's really taking care of you, again, the pattern that you had with your mom, you didn't break out of that pattern, and she's doing all financially, emotionally, everything she's doing for you. Now you get to a place where she now challenges you. She gives you that SHIT test. Like, oh, why don't you just go get a job? Why don't you, I'm the one, I run this house, I do this, you're gonna get those. See, it's all a pattern of how you dealt with your mother. Your mother is somebody that you should, again, always respect, always revere, always treat with the utmost royalty. But at the end of the day, when it comes to you making your own decisions, when it comes to you becoming a man, you need to break away from that relationship to a certain extent to establish yourself so that every other area of your life you will be successful in, even in business. Business is cutthroat. If you were coddled by your mom your whole life up until this point, you cannot do business because business is cutthroat. There is no coddling. There is no excuses. Everything is performance-based. Your relationship with your mom is not performance-based. It is based on you being who you are. And that's why you see a generation of men who are copers, right? They have all of these different coping mechanisms because they were trained by their mother to have those coping mechanisms. Like, oh, well, I can't look better because, there's just no way that I can do that. So, there is no reason to look better. I look good the way that I am, even though you're fat and you're not hygienic, you don't clean yourself up, you don't dress well. Like there's coping mechanisms because that's how your mom treated you. She said, oh, Mom, oh Martell, you're beautiful no matter what. Oh, you will find a woman in your life because that's a coping mechanism. Even though she knows you're fat, even though she knows that she's telling you that because that's how she can help you cope with the situations you have. She can't hurt your feelings. Now there are some mothers who are very rough with their kids, which is great. They tell their kids what it is. But see, if you grew up in an environment where all your mother did was cope with you, all you're gonna do is cope throughout life. That's it. So you have to really separate that relationship with your mother and really like have more of like a mother-son relationship and not a mother-baby relationship. Which most of you have mother-baby relationships. Your mom still sees you as a baby. So like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend that like has that relationship, like they're a mama's boy, and help them realize that this is actually hurting them. Obviously, subscribe to the email newsletter. I talk a lot about this. Drop value in your email inbox every once in a while, multiple times a week. Sign up for one-on-one coaching, whether it be business, fitness, I guess dating, because I guess I can help people with dating. So if that's a thing too, we can do that as well. But yeah, I appreciate you, and I'm going to catch you on the next video.